Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. My name's Heliax, and last time we came to a dead end with the whole church thing. So we came back over here, where we have tried to get back into the harbor. We failed, and now we are in this guy's room, the Sunday friend. We went over to the smoker with the unbuttoned shirt. He looked really cool, but apparently something's funny about it because Kim couldn't stop laughing at us. Don't know why, but we have a hunch or two, but nothing proof. Nothing proof? Nope, no real proof. Real quick before we begin, if you watched my Pillars of Eternity episode yesterday, you'll already know, but I'm sort of changing up the way I'm recording. Previously, I did approximately an hour, and then I would stop the recording and restart the recording and do the whole intro again where I say hello and all that. And at the end, I'd always say goodbye, have a nice day, all that good jazz. Instead, I'm going to start trying just doing a 3 to 4 hour long session. So I have the intro at the beginning of the session, so right now, and then after 3 to 4 hours, I end the session, so it'll feel like, I don't know what it'll feel like for you guys, but for me, I know that doing it the old way, I tended to sort of lose focus a little bit in between episodes, and it was leading to a less fun gaming experience overall when I kept having to break my concentration on the game to do something as small as just, stop and restart the recording. But there's, a few minutes that go into that. Not a whole lot, but it makes a difference over time. So we're doing this so I can stay focused on the game longer. Now, it will mean that every episode won't feel like its own self-contained sort of episode where you have like a little intro where I say hello and introduce myself and blah, 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 blah. Or like an outro where I say, catch you guys later and have a nice day and all that. So you'll still have that every, third or fourth episode, if that's something you really care about. But otherwise, it'll just be cut. Usually, I'll try to find a good place to cut the episode still, so it doesn't feel too jarring. But just going like that, and I feel like that's how a lot of Let's Players do it, that I've seen. And I think it'll work out. I think it'll be better for me, which is probably the most important part. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore the Sunday Friends room here. We got a couple of orbs. We got something under the bed there, something over there. Let's get the orbs first. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspaper. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. It's under the bed. A Samaran conical hat. Ooh. You don't say. What does this give us? +1 perception. +1 longer mind, +1 suggestion. Oh yeah. This is better though. Unfortunately, the visor is still better. Ooh. Party dragon silk robes. Oh boy. Well. Oh man, it's better. Overall, it's better, right? We get a +2 rather than a +1. Like stats combined. I can't say that word apparently. Because this is the -1 drama. This doesn't have any minuses to it. It's just straight good. You look ridiculous. Oh well, this is who we are. It's comfortable. It's silk. All right, hello, Sunday friend.
You have acquired the robe. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. The man assesses the situation.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
Uh-huh.
Superior, but he's not in the command chain. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé.
Uh-huh, I know all that. I know what that means.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
I will.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here. Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Point to the bed. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Point to the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from. Show him the Samaran hat. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind the black Samaran hat. Was it black? Get down to business. Hello, Mr. Villadron. Let's get started. Silk robe.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stabilité. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment? So you're some kind of bureaucrat? What is this international community? What is the price stabilité? Enough business. Let's talk about something else. What are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur la Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
He glances at his watch. What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment. Which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
Ah, yes.
That's why the Institute of Price Stabilité works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my question at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
No, I'm good.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
All right, just like every conversation about inflation, you don't really understand what it is. I've heard about the moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Oh, turn to Kim. So we're actually working for the moral intern. That doesn't seem so bad. So what I'm hearing is we're moral intern bitches. Let's go with number 2.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Turn back to Sunday, friend. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM.
Uh-huh.
Dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
So no, you're not.
A very moralist answer.
The man nods.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
But what is a normal, stable world? Yeah, what is it?
The Occident
To
is
you.
part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above. Is that moralism? 3.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Lieutenant clears his throat. Oh, sorry, did I say something politically incorrect?
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. We just haven't tried real communism yet. And you're telling me this world here is working out well? Yeah, look around, buddy.
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters.
Bullshit.
Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend.
No, it's not.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
I hate arguments like that. Progress is measured in centimeters. Who why? Tell me about Sur Le Clef.
What's there to say?
Sur Le
Solatli
Clef?
is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur Le Clef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur La Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes? That sounds delicious. Tell me about Orange.
Oranje is an
Oranje-
exemplary
Oranje-
nation who,
Orient-
as a core
whatever.
member of EPIS, E, 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 contributes 28% of our annual budget. 28%? Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranier is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Oranje. The sad part is I took 2 years of French, and I'm just terrible. Which one of them is more? EPIS. Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje? Or Oranje? Which of them is more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranier carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje? Oranje.
Oranier's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has
Calling it
successfully
orange.
transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
Can't you just talk like a normal person? Seriously, man.
About what?
About Orange. Just tell me what it is. What it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
The man gives a solemn nod. Turn to the lieutenant. This is just the break we've been looking for. Is it because you did it? Is it because you did it, Mr. Villandron? Start from the beginning, if you don't mind. This is just what we've been looking for.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
He eyes the spectacled man near the window, who smiles and spreads his hands. Is it because you did it, Mr. Villandroit?
Because I did it?
He's clearly not a man accustomed to being spoken to in that manner, let alone to being accused of murder.
Don't jerk my chain, paper jockey. You did it, didn't you? My apologies, I misspoke. I mean, what did you see?
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Or already dead, right? He has a bullet in his head. Who are they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right words.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity.
Uh-huh. How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean, nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
That's all you can say? You didn't check your watch?
My watch.
He looks at
Yes,
his
now I
watch.
remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight. give or take.
Huh. He looks at his watch as though noticing it for the first time. This is getting very suspicious now. That right there. I don't know. That's a warning sign. So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Villedroit.
The lieutenant says, closing his notebook.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCF.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about? Didn't we already talk about that?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Disgusting.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Uh-huh. Is Revachol going to be part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
He chuckles gently. How'd you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Insula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
That's how me and my friends became friends. That right there, all of that. What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet.
Okay.
It's how I came here.
Butterfly
And my friend,
effect.
too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him?
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine. What's his name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information.
It's his name.
I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He says, raising his hand.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Oh, that view. Yeah, that's great. Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen.
He says again, looking outside.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
Okay, I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
I've got what I needed.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Just gonna look around.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay. Make sure we got everything in here. Anything in the bathroom? No. Someone is always watching. Well, that's creepy.
Was there anything else?
No, I guess that's
Of
it.
course. I'm sorry I couldn't be the break you were looking for. Good luck with the investigation.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time to go to sleep. One more night at the Whirling in Rags, and then we're done in that place. We might as well stay there one more night when we have a room there. Look at us in our our robe. We're so cool. Life at the party right here. We've got our track pants, our boots, our green visor, our old tank top, and our fancy blue silk robe. We're just oh, and our bow tie too. Don't forget about the bow tie. We know fashion. All right, let's hit the hay. Hopefully we don't have any weird dreams again. So his story was weird, right? He didn't hear a gunshot. The guy obviously had a bullet in his brain. Or in his head. You know what? Before we go to sleep, let's try and intimidate this guy. Let's save it in case, you know.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. 17% chance, though. I found someone who saw the hanging. A witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
The tall man crosses his arms on his chest.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
My witness is in the local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Charles Villadron, a high-ranking government official from Rue de Gislaine, 33B. Just say he's a high-ranking government official, and leave it at that. Who he is irrelevant. And we probably shouldn't tell him, right? Who he is irrelevant.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
He said it all looked like a surreal play.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
He doesn't wait for an answer.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Nice. The witness said he saw 2 people of the Areopagite descent and 1 Mesk. Arabagite.
Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
He says provokingly.
Damn, they wormed their way out of it somehow. Try something else if you can.
Nothing.
Great witness.
He must be really parched because he takes a giant gulp of beer.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them.
Went up.
But they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down.
Nervous snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Yes, they are forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Blondie yells across the cafeteria.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
This Crenell is bad news. You know that, right? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them. You know that these guys are bad news, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
They're armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Were these pierced ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
For your sake, I hope you're right. See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
They've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay. They're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay. You got this. You got the numbers. I mean, okay. I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay. You got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay. I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. I said, I mean, okay. They're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
This is white checky. Maybe try it. Establish authority. 58% chance. Come on. Let luck be on our side today.
Establish
Fuck this game.
Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who? That's bullshit. Stomp your feet. I'm the only one keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger. Kim, I need your gun. That's it? That's all I got?
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent, and has great results.
Stomp your feet.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law around here, if you start to think about it. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not the law after all. Maybe everyone's been lying to me. You're not the law, I'm the law.
For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop breaking things in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs!
Sounds like someone's damn broke.
They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
I'm gonna tear your stupid hairy head off, Gart. Shut up, barman. This doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager.
Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep in Far's territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Yeah, I know. I do. Okay, well, I'll sleep on it. We still haven't found your husband. Sorry about that. We meant to do that today, but we got sidetracked. Alright. Bedtime. Man, 58% chance we still can't get it. I feel like we failed the 58% chances a lot. Well, have a good night, buddy. See you in the morning. Okay. Check the mirror. How do I look?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Look the same. Alright, let's go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning in an eternity, spinning on empty, spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, You make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices, the rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful. The endless visions, erase them. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right. I am an agent of the world. But what if I want to be the agent of nothing? I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Continue.
For the working class.
Hell yeah.
Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists, trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. We won't fail.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the wind.
Open your eyes. Oh man. Some crazy dreams.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized. Have you engaged the shit compressor? This task won't permit any looseness on your part, mentally or physically.
Have you seen my shit recently? I've really gotten it together. Does this mean I need to clean up my hostel room? Judging from the state of my ledger, I don't think that's possible. I'm ready. Let's get to it. Have you seen my shit recently?
It's good that your personal business is in order, but we're talking about political matters of world historical import here. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism, but it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent, acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives. Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Will they help me fire up Mazov's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, Detective.
My nose?
Yes. Fortunately, communists are known to have a very distinct smell. We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Eee. There's so much failure in my life already. I don't know if I can take any more. Okay, but what's failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic. You should begin by interrogating those lawless malcontents at the Dock Workers Union. They're an obvious place to start.
Hang on. What will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
All right, let's get to it. Roll up your sleeves.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
All right.
Rise and shine, comrade.
Oh.
Despite, have you engaged the shit compressor? This task won't permit.
I'm ready.
any
Let's get
use.
to it.
You must, but it won't be. Let your nose guide you, detective.
You must mean my nose, as in my huge and highly functioning brain.
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated. We really have no idea what they're talking about. First, you should begin by, here we go.
Okay, there we go. Let's get moving. So, today, we really want to find that cryptozoologist. Like, get that done. So we're going to be heading back to the beach. Good morning. Oh, hey, here's my friend.
Yes? What is it?
I bet you liked that, didn't you? Let's be honest. That was some first-rate karaoke.
Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
Yes, and I'm wondering why. Don't you have a case to solve?
Yes? Did you want something from me?
Goodbye. Hello? Oh.
Wait. No. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
What do you mean? Aren't they, Everart's guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
Meanwhile, Angus keeps shooting you furtive glances and mumbling uneasily to himself.
And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Alright, guess I'll look elsewhere then. Hey, buddy.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
There he is again, the smoker on the balcony. right here in the Whirling in Rags. You're here!
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all. What brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. My room is right upstairs.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
He takes another drag of a cigarette before knitting his brow. Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
His lazy eyes stroll over your face. I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
A small smile adorns his face. You were right, he was magical. Magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust the government.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
He smiles, and his smile seems melancholic. Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, Sur la Clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
He stares at the bar. What are you, you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
He smiles. What was he saying why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
He waves gently with his cigarette, holding hand. I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm?
About the robe.
What about me, gendarme?
About the robe I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
I wasn't really planning on giving it back anyway. Thanks. It's like carrying a piece of you with me all the time. I took it to blend in. I'm undercover, you see? That's kind of creepy. Yeah, I wasn't planning on giving it back.
How cunning. I like men who take what they want.
He raises his brows, and you're not sure whether he's mocking you or not. Okay.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye. All right. Do you have any... You don't have anything to say, right? You're just like the guy I click on all the time and just has a little thing. It's all about money, you know? Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. Let's get down back to the beach. And we're going to find out about this goddamn cryptozoologist. Hey, what are you guys doing?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with, okay, written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, "Fuck the world."
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I'm so glad you asked. Of course I do. I'm just testing you boys. No, I really don't. I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard.
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Do you know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
The other guy lights up too.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into anodic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
He exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Lieutenant answers for the two rebels. A threat? Good, I like those. Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops.
Whoa. Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
He raises his open palms.
Yeah. No need to throw your authority in our faces.
That's right. A way to put them in the little boy's corner.
You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
His eyes meet yours.
He liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough about this scullery, then.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the blonde youth. Why does your jacket have piss written on it?
Well, First off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Okay.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
I like it. Why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up.
You get more fish in a shorter time.
Ah, smart.
And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim, lower your voice.
Yes?
You think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us and 2 of those jackets.
What are you implying?
The lieutenant looks confused. Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, Detective.
Are you more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think piss is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or... you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant.
No,
yes!
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time. Wait, how?
Suggest they're massive skulls.
Okay.
Come on.
You're gonna be Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
The youth presses through his clenched teeth. There's panic in his eyes.
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be a cool killer skulls too. Like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Not much is left of the nihilistic rebel at this point. The young man before you is scared out of his mind.
You got it. No need for cruelty.
The Skull Kings make shrunken heads out of us.
Fuck you, man. Take them then.
You offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
I kind of feel kind of bad about this.
Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you were more of a piss kind of guy, I'll take this one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard. But don't you want to express your individuality?
I already am expressing my individuality.
I'm not. I don't have a jacket anymore.
Aw.
Good. I wanted you not to express yours.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever. I'll take both of them then. Still, it's good to know we have a pair. Guess we need... the need arises.
The need will not arise.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
I feel really bad. Okay. How are these jackets? They're not better than my silk robe. Ooh, but look at that. Look at that. Like, I'm looking good now. But it's not better than the silk robe, so. Cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and head on over to the beach now.